Hi there, I'm Alex, and it is September the 28th, 2024, and it's time for our 9-month update of my gender affirmation journey using testosterone. So, you may recall I'm at 1.62% androgel applied topically at 81 milligrams, which is 4 pumps daily. And I've been on that now for 9 months. And the last time we had an update, I said I would update you again 3 months after my last update because there wasn't really that much for us to talk about. And I felt like it was just getting boring to tell you the same old thing every month. And it may be boring this time because there's not a super, giant amount of changes. But I am a person of my word, and I said I would be back in September. So here I am. So let's use the World Professional Association for Transgender Health guidelines, and let's look at what's supposed to be happening right now in 9 months, and then I'll tell you what's actually happening for me. And you may recall that I'm doing this because I'm over 50, and I'm interested in seeing what happens to humans when we use hormones for a gender affirmation journey in a body that's aged to be over 50 years old. So there's not a lot out there on that, which is why I'm doing this in the first place. Plus, it's just fascinating to see. It's fascinating to look at. Even though it's subtle changes, it's still interesting to see, what's changed and are there any health changes, any negative side effects or, anything like that. So our first category is skin, oiliness, and acne. And that's supposed to have happened at 1 to 6 months. And we're at 9 months. And, I have some very small skin changes where I believe it's related to hair follicles more than anything else, like on my shoulders, which could also be a medication reaction. It looks like the hair follicles are changing in response to hair actually growing in that area, but it's kind of irritated. No real acne though, anywhere. The second category is facial and body hair growth, and that's supposed to happen at 6 to 12 months. We're at 9 months, and I have more hair on my legs than I've had in years, like maybe 20 years. And my axillary armpit hair has returned. It's probably more significant than it was when I was in my 20s. And then I have, the hair follicles that look like I'm starting to get maybe a tiny bit of fuzz around my belly button, nothing on my chest or back. And then some definite hair growth above my top lip and on my jawline. But, again, I'm pretty pink and hairless, so I don't anticipate that I'm going to be, sporting a full beard here anytime soon. So, and that's fine. I'm along for the journey. My expectations are, pretty low. I'm just interested to see what actually happens. Then scalp hair loss, 6 to 12 months. I think I am losing a little bit more hair. I don't love that, but I also have more hair than I've ever had. So I am, well, not ever, but in a really long time because I'm on this weird grow out journey as evidenced by the strange bandana that I live in these days because I have to either use product to hold my hair out of my eyes or I have to put these things on or a hat or something. And anyway, so that's where we are. Probably I'll cut my hair in the near future, but I was interested to see, what might happen. It is interesting that my hair color has changed. Like it's gotten even darker in the back and more gray on top than I had before. So that's interesting. I mean, I don't know if that would have happened without the androgens. I just don't know. Increased muscle mass and strength, 6 to 12 months is the expected onset. And, again, I run, so my thighs continue to become more muscular. It's easier to build muscle for sure. And then I've been doing a little bit of upper body work, though, not an impressive amount or anything, but it's definitely easier to build muscle mass. And the body fat redistribution, we're at 9 months. It says it expects to happen between 1 and 6 months. Definitely noticing my profile. Like, we do a running video every day, and I can see the changes, like the difference in the distribution of fat from my hips to my abdomen, and that's been fun to see and to track. Cessation of menses not applicable. I don't have a uterus. Clitoral enlargement I think it's finally stopped. I mean, it was kind of serious there for a minute, and now I think it's maybe, I don't know, maybe this is what it's going to do. Vaginal atrophy, not a thing, and that strange like numbing feeling that I had in the whole genital region is gone. So everything's back to normal-ish, the new normal anyway. So that's fine. Deepening of the voice, I mean, I can hear it still. I don't know if this is going to be where it is or what it is. And then as far as emotional health, I still feel pretty joyous. I don't feel that my affect is different. I'm still not depressed. I wasn't depressed when I started. My anxiety though is way less, like way, way, way less. And I never really thought of myself as someone, I didn't have a diagnosable anxiety disorder or anything like that. But, like I don't worry about things in the same way that I used to. And I can only attribute that to the androgen therapy. That's the only thing I can say could account for that. If I correct for all other factors, it's definitely the testosterone. So whether it's just that I'm happier being on my journey, or if it's, heck, I don't know. I mean, and I went to medical school, so you'd think I would know, but I don't have any idea. I think for me personally, it is just being on my path, and I feel like this is the right path for me. So my family continues to be supportive, and I don't make a big deal. I didn't make an announcement, or because I don't even know what my end goal is. So I'm certainly not going to ask other people to manage my situation that has nothing to do with them. So I am just kind of plugging along. We'll see what happens, and where this ends up. But as it stands now, I'm going to go ahead and continue on the Androgel topically at least until the end of the year, and then I'll decide if I want to switch over to injectable. I'm definitely not stopping though. That is one thing I can say for sure. I'm not going to quit androgen therapy. There's not going to be a moment in which I say, this was a fun experiment. Now I'm stopping, because I feel more like myself than I could have ever hoped for. So I don't even know what to say about that. It just there's a congruence in me as a human that I didn't experience before. And I don't know what else to say. I mean, I feel like coming from someone who works in medicine and mental health, and who has never really had any mental health problems, anything that I've needed to take medications for or anything like that, I feel like that's a pretty good indicator that the androgen therapy is the right thing for me, because it increased and improved, I would say 50%. It increased and improved my overall sense of wellness and feelings of wellness. So again, I'm not telling anyone else to do anything. I'm not suggesting you go on your own journey. I'm just saying this is what it was for me. And I feel really grateful for that. So okay, I'm going to see you guys again in December. I'm not going to do another update until December, because I feel like there just won't be enough changes. But, check with me in December on the 28th, and I'll tell you how things are going. And in the meantime, thank you so much for being on this journey. It means a lot to me that, random strangers are sending me messages. I really like it. So please do check in if you feel like you want to. Thanks so much. Take good care out there.